Everybody, if you want to continue to learn about Donald Trump's pathology, and this gets more important every day, of course, please make sure to follow along and, of course, share. Now, I have a book coming out on Donald Trump's pathology. It's in plain English. Many of you have asked, when's it coming out? Because I keep talking about it. This Friday, Black Friday, appropriately, 99 cents for the Kindle version. I'm not making any money. I want to do it because I want to educate as many people as possible, and I want you to be on the right side of history. The paperback's going to be like $10. But let's talk about what's going on with this threatening the court-martial Captain Mark Kelly, who normally, of course, the GOP, you would have thought, would be standing right by this guy because he is a member of the armed services. But let's talk about Cluster B personalities in the administration apart from Donald Trump. Obviously, we have Steve Miller, RFK Jr., and yes, Pete Hegseth. They are all Cluster B. Now, Hegseth wants to prove to Trump that he's part of the team, part of the tribe. But like Trump, and RFK Jr. is actually not that bright, certainly not sophisticated. And yes, these people are jealous of real people, real heroes, everyday people with empathy like you and I. Because you've got to remember, sociopaths and narcissists often validate these traits in each other that they might enjoy, something like manipulation, they're being self-centered, exploitive. In other words, the behaviors that they exhibit, they see in other people, and that then validates their own action. That's why Donald Trump surrounds himself with these people, because it reinforces their belief that their abusive behavior is not only acceptable, but normal, and yes, especially in the case of Donald Trump, desirable. So by supporting each other, sociopaths and narcissists normalize abusive behavior within this social circle. You've got to remember, in Donald Trump's case, it's extremely small, right? It's just him and his cabinet and a few other people. They make an environment where manipulation, deceit, and exploitative behavior is not only just tolerated, but celebrated. This normalization further reinforces their belief that their behavior is acceptable, desirable, and not that the people that don't do it are somehow inferior or weak. How many times have you seen Donald Trump say this other person is weak? Now, every time Donald Trump suffers a narcissistic wound, especially from a person he considers lower stature, like the captain, he lashes out. His dementia is only going to make this worse. He's so utterly predictable. In the book, I even made a matrix where you can literally see what his steps might be to get in the output that causes his input that causes the output of the reaction. Remember, he will not stop. He's incapable. He's owned by his pathology. Nothing's going to change. His behavior is only going to get worse. Anyway, 99 cents this Friday. Be on the right side of history. Be smarter than your friends. Understand Donald Trump's pathology. As I said, it's only going to get worse. He's owned by it. And let's be on the right side of history.